Lucas Digne on the move from Everton to Aston Villa. This one also for $34 million. It's a permanent deal. Speculation about a rift between the player and Rafael Benitez and Digne. Well, adding to that speculation on Instagram here saying, quote, everything must come to an end. I just did not expect it to end this way. What has happened and some things that was said about me in the last month has made me very sad, but I will not enter a war of words with anyone. The club doesn't deserve that. The fans don't deserve that. And to be honest, I don't feel that I deserve that. It's been an honor and a true pleasure to play for you, the fans, the people, because a club does not belong to a player or a manager, but to the fans. Sometimes it only takes one person from outside to destroy a beautiful love affair. And so it doesn't say it explicitly, but we can read between the lines there. I mean, how much does this damage Everton that the relation between Benitez and Digne could not be resolved?
Absolutely damages Everton, because Everton are in a position where they've got that many great players. He was one of them, by the way. I think he's one of the top 6 left-backs in the country. The relationship between a manager and a player is about the key relationship in any football club, and that's broken down between him and Rafael Benitez. That's obvious. He's now going to play for Steven Gerrard, a manager who will want him, who's bought him, who'll put his arm around him, who'll get the best out of him. And I'm just thinking about the left-hand side of Villa's team. If Lucas Digne is playing at his best, and Philippe Coutinho, who's on loan, Coutinho from the left coming in on his right foot is a brilliant player. And then Lucas Digne going on the outside and delivering balls into the box. That's a pretty good look for Villa.
He's completing the jigsaw piece by piece. You know, as Robbie's just said, Coutinho, Steven Gerrard played with him. He'd play on the left of a front three, tuck inside, and then you've got one of the best attacking left-backs in the league going forward in Digne. As for Everton, I go back to Marcel Brands when he left the club. He was seen sort of as a scapegoat, in my opinion. Ancelotti, before Benitez wanted to take control. Benitez wants to take control now. I guarantee if Marcel Brands was still there or director of football was still at the club, Digne would still be at the club as well. Because I think there's been a complete fallout and Benitez saying, I'm the man, I'm making all decisions. It's a big loss for Everton.
It's hard for me to believe there could be more pressure on Rafa Benitez because we've seen that all season long so far. But is that the case now?
Absolutely. And it's an interesting line you talk about pressure on managers, because pressure comes in different ways. Certainly, Rafa Benitez now, the loss of Lucas Digne, puts the headlight right on him. There's no Marcel Brands to take the rap. It's all on Rafa. But I look at Steven Gerrard in some respects, and when you take a Coutinho, player of that ability paying his wages, you go and take Lucas Digne when you've got Matt Targett, who's a good left-back anyway, it adds a little bit of pressure to Steven Gerrard. This Villa team have got to be like top half and looking towards Europe and not in the bottom half of the table. But I kind of feel it's the pressure that Steven Gerrard wants as a manager to push himself to become his best he can.
Hi there, I'm Rebecca Lowe, studio host for NBC's coverage of the Premier League. Don't forget to hit subscribe to watch highlights all season long, and be sure to tune in for Premier League mornings every weekend at 7 a.m. Eastern. And for even more content, head over to Peacock, where we've got live games, original series and a dedicated round-the-clock Premier League channel featuring studio shows, classic matches and much more.